So newcomer, if you want to introduce yourself or introduce yourself vocally or by chat, you're welcome to. I'm Grisak, and this is our first chair yoga class. I'm really excited that we're all here. So let's sit on the edge of your chair. Sit on the edge of your chair, lean forward a little bit and move the buttock flesh back so that you're right on the buttock bones, all right? See that the knees are over the heels and the feet can be hip width apart. Now, also, if you have an injury, I'm just gonna wait, my internet connection is a little unstable, so I'm gonna wait. Also, if you have an injury, let me know. If you're on your period, let me know, all right? So you can hold the back of the chair and then push your hands down, sit up really tall. Sit up really tall and use the length of the arms to draw the spine from back to front. Draw the spine from back to front without pushing the abdomen forward. So draw the spine from back to front, but at the same time, lengthen the upper buttock down and the pubis up toward the navel. Then from here, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach up through the arms, extend up. Now, if this hurts, Marlies mentioned that she has an injury here, then don't take your hands, bring your hands down to your knees. Turn your palms up, everybody. Okay, now press down through your feet, lengthen down through the buttocks, navel back, and then reach up, up, up. Now, if it starts to hurt now, hold on, pause here. Firm your elbows, tighten your elbows, okay? And Marlies and anybody, tell me if you have any pain, okay? And then start to go up. If you start to have pain, then pause. Pause and reach through the fingers further. If you can go further without pain, do so. Pause if you have pain, reach through your fingers further, and then reach your arms all the way up alongside the ears, if possible. You don't have to go all the way up to the ears, you can go here. But the point is to firm the elbows, to lengthen through all 10 fingers and extend up. Keep the palms facing behind you for now. And then come on down. Interlock your fingers. And then press the palms forward. Now, how does this feel, Marlies?
Okay.
Okay.
I can't interlock my fingers very well, but.
You have to, hold on, just pause for a second. You all, can you mute yourselves? Because the video that we're making, just to preserve the privacy of participants, it's only going to have me on the video, okay? Otherwise, then it becomes a group thing, and I don't have permission from all of you.
Oh. So, let's see.
Pastor Jones, there's a different link. So if
really?
you're here for the CLT meeting, there's a different link in the text thread because I accidentally double booked myself.
Oh, okay.
Marlies, I don't know if you can.
So what do I do? Go back to the original message and look for a different link?
Yes.
Okay.
Text.
All right.
See
you in a few.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
And I wonder if this other person is here for the text thread also. Okay, so hold on a second. What happened?
I think that I hadn't selected you as the.
You have to spotlight me.
Yes, okay, I have that now. Now I'm going to start. Okay. Does that look right now?
I don't know because your screen's different from mine.
Oh, yeah, it looks right now.
Okay.
Good, everyone.
All right. Now, did we capture what came before or no? Okay. All right. So now from here, interlock your fingers, press the palms forward, and then reach up, but only to the point that there's no pain. Don't force into pain. Come back down, firm your elbows, and then start to go up and stop if you encounter pain. Okay, don't go any further if you encounter pain. Now firm your elbows, pull up through the arms, bring your shoulders, your shoulder blades up, shoulders near the ears, and press the palms toward the ceiling, but don't go all the way if you have pain. And then extend out through the arms. Now we're doing this seated, but all the while you have to keep your shoulders stacked over the hips, not to push your abdomen forward, but pull the abdomen back so that your low back is protected. Interlock your fingers the other way, so the other finger is on top now, and then press the palms forward. Inhale, extend up through the palms. Don't go any further than your pain threshold. And then wherever you are, firm your elbows. Press the palms higher and higher up. Pull the arms in alongside the ears, the arms in toward each other. Urdhva Badangulayasana. And then extend the arms out to the sides and then down. Okay? Now watch what I'm going to do. I sit back on my chair. Oh, sorry. Stay forward on the chair. And then lean forward and hold the chair like this. Okay? Hopefully and have your hands higher if possible. Okay? And then roll the shoulders back. If there's pain here, then you let me know. Now, careful. Don't push the abdomen forward. Pull the abdomen back. The buttock flesh has to move down. The pubic plate has to lift up. Do you feel the pubis lifting toward the navel moving toward the spine? That's really, really important to protect your back. And then spread across the collarbone. So this is kind of like, I would call it a seated rope 1. All right? Super useful. And then release. Now, sit back toward like the middle of your chair. And then hold a little bit, well, you can hold low, medium, or high up on the chair, okay? Let's try low first, and then come forward. If that feels okay, you can try taking your hands a little bit higher, all right, as long as there's no pain. And rolling the shoulders back. Now remember, the navel has to pull up, the pubis has to lift up, and then maybe take your hands to the top if there's no pain. Okay, otherwise keep your hands low. Stretch through the arms, lift the sternum from bottom to top, navel to the spine, upper buttock down, plant your feet. The feet are important here, even though we're seated, the feet are important in terms of bringing stability to the pelvis and stability to the spine, and then rest. So that's rope 1. Normally we do it up on our feet, holding onto the ropes of the rope wall, but this is a version on the chair. Let's do it again. So sit, oh no, sorry, there's a version number 3. Sit way back. Do you see? Sit way back on your chair. I'm all the way back. And then once again, hold, you can start low and lean forward. Oh, I have to take the hands higher, otherwise they can't come forward. So I'm way forward. Now, if this is not feasible, then you come back to the middle section or you come back to the front, okay? So do you see how we're going deeper into the flexion now? So Iyengar Yoga Detroit, we follow a 5-week rotation, different emphasis each week. Week 1, standing poses. Week 2, forward bends. Week 3, abs and arms. Week 4, back bends. Week 5, restorative and pranayama. So we're going to follow that focus loosely in this class, and then come on up. So that's rope 1 in the chair. Now take your feet wide in the chair. All right, and then sit back a little further. And then can you start to come forward? Now it might be helpful to have a stool or blocks like this, or a table, or a second chair. So watch me. You could do it like this, or you could do it like this. You could have 2 blocks, all right? Have something in front of you. Find something, a table, another chair, a stool, an ottoman, a bed, a table, coffee table. So we're getting that deep flexion, buttocks down, chest forward. Good, that chair's on wheels, so you can push it away a little bit, Marlies, yes. Abdomen back, buttocks down. Now you might need to stay here, depending on your back and your flexion, or you could come all the way down. and hold your elbows. So that's up to you. Don't force. And then come on up. Now, do you have a blanket? So have a thick folded blanket and put it on the chair. Put it on the chair like this. So the thick fold is facing to my left. The thick fold is facing to my left. And then have a seat on the blanket. Fold it one more time, Marlies. Fold the blanket one more time. So that the hips are higher than the knees. Do you see how the hips are higher, should be higher than the knees? Yeah, and if you have very long legs, Elissa, you could even take another blanket. Because look at me, how my hips are higher than my knees. And then inhale, reach up, exhale, twist chair Paravajasana to the left. Now, careful here, Marlies, make sure that you're not over twisting. Navel back. Navel back and then lengthen it straight up through the crown of the head. Plant your feet down. Plant your feet firmly into the floor and then spread the chest open, roll the shoulders back. Release. Now you take your blanket. Look what I'm going to do. I flip it over like a pancake. And then sit down, facing the right side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Twist to the right. Keep planting your feet down and then lengthen up through the crown of the head. With your right hand, push into the chair. With your left hand, pull. Widen the back ribs to the left. Turn the front chest from left to right. Spread the right chest of the right side of the chest open more and more. And release. Okay, do the first side again. Flip the blanket so that you're always sitting on the thick edge. That's more useful than the open edge. All right. Now, lean forward like you did before and move the buttock flesh back because that will help you to get right on the buttock bones and sit tall on the buttock bones. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward arms. Exhale, twist to the left. Yes. Plant your feet down. Now, I didn't have you do this, but imagine that you're holding a block between the thighs, between the knees, so that the legs stay stable. So the legs pull in slightly toward each other, and that firmness is going to stabilize your pelvis so that you can extend higher through the crown of the head. Now push with your left hand, pull with your right hand to turn the trunk more and more. Abdomen back, shoulders down, elbows out to the sides, and then release. Marlies, you tell me if anything is hurting. Nothing should hurt, okay? And then flip your blanket. Go to the other side. Chair Paravajasana. Planting your feet down. Now, I just happen to have a block here, so I'm going to hold the block like this between the thighs. You could do the same, or if you don't have a block, don't worry about it. But you have to then have an imaginary block in order to stabilize the hips. Move the buttock flesh back. Sorry, forgot to do that. That's an important step in order to get maximum length of the spine. Yes. And then inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, twist to the right. Stabilize with your legs. Pull the outer thighs in toward each other. Outer knees in, outer knees forward. Inner thighs back into the groins. And then inhale, lift up. See if you can get some more access to the spine when you incorporate those actions. And then push with your right hand, pull with the left hand to turn more. Pull your elbows outward because that will help you to widen the rib cage and turn the rib cage more. And then come back to center. Release the block. And then come up to your feet. Now, do you have a wall or something that you can push your chair into? You can just push it into the couch or the bed. Yeah, so that the chair is not moving. All right. And then pushing your hands into the chair, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now, if this hurts, Marlies, you can take your hands higher up the chair, or you can take your hands to the wall like this. Okay? Step back and take your feet hip width or wider. Step back quite a lot. Okay, look at me, turn around and look at me. So the shoulders, let's start with the shoulders over the hips, the feet way back. Look how far back the feet are, behind the hips, all right? Then when I stretch the arms out, the heels further back than the hips, as long as you don't have pain, all right? And then I grip the knees, I firm the knees, I firm the elbows, stretch the arms and press the thighs back. Okay, try it. If you have pain or an injury, you could take your hands higher up the chair like this. And you don't have to take your feet as far back, okay? It kind of depends on you. All right, ready? Inhale, exhale. Press back, press back. Yeah, thighs back, inner thighs back. Good. Step back a little bit more, Alyssa, so that you get more length of the spine. Step back a little bit more, as long as there's no pain, Marley. Step back with your feet a couple of inches so that you can really get that spine long and the back of the leg stretching. Now come forward. Look at me, come forward. Bring the left foot forward and the right heel down. You could take your hands higher if you need to. Okay, or you could keep your hands on the seat of the chair. Left leg is straight. And then turn to face the chair. Turn to face the chair. Press into the right outer heel as you pull your left outer thigh back. Press into the big toe ball mound of the left foot. Turn the abdomen, turn the chest to face the chair. Switch legs. Parsvottanasana with the chair. Right foot forward, left foot back. Firm the knees. If it's difficult to straighten your legs, then you can take the hands higher up. Pull your right outer hip back. Press into the left outer heel. Turn the left leg, left inner thigh back. Right outer hip back. Move the right buttock bone toward the left buttock bone as you turn the abdomen from left to right, and then send the chest forward. Do the first side again, Parsvottanasana. Left leg forward, right leg back. Momentarily look, bring your right hand to your hip and look back towards your right foot. Look back towards your right foot. And then grip the outer edge of the right foot into the floor. Then turn your chest to face the chair, both hands to the chair, without losing that firmness of the right outer heel, right outer foot on the floor. Okay, change. Right foot forward, left foot back. Once again, momentarily bring your left hand to your hip and look at your left foot. Look at your left foot. Get that left outer heel to grip firmly into the floor. Then turn the chest to face the chair. Yes. Good. Don't lose the grip of the left outer foot on the floor. Now go back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Maybe you can get a little bit more deeply into this pose now that the legs Back to the legs have been stretched out. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Firm the elbows, firm the knees. Make sure you're not pushing into pain. If this is going well, you could try inching your feet just a little bit closer together. That will challenge your hamstrings a little bit more, but don't force it. And then step forward. Step forward with your left foot again, sorry. Step forward with your left foot, right heel down. Now bring your right hand to the center of your chair. Your right hand to the center of the chair. Left hand on the hip. So now we're in Parivrtta Trikonasana. You see? So press into that right outer heel like we did earlier, and draw the left outer thigh into the hip socket. Now turn the abdomen to the left, turn the chest to the left, spread the chest open more and more. Nice work. Change. Right foot forward, left foot back. Left hand at the center of the chair, right hand on the hip, and then rotate. Turn to your right. Stabilize with the left leg, pressing the left outer heel to the floor. Pull up with the right outer thigh, bring the right outer thigh into the hip socket, and then turn the navel, turn the rib cage, turn the chest. And then release, do the first side again. Come back, left foot forward, right foot back. Now, if you want to go deeper into the pose, what you can do is step away from the chair a little bit and then take your right hand further on the chair. Okay, so it's up to you. Remember, the legs have to stay straight, and then rotate, rotate. And when you feel the left shoulder stacked over your right shoulder, you could take your arm up toward the ceiling, your left arm up toward the ceiling. Otherwise, just keep your hand on the hip. Keep pulling the outer thighs in toward each other, the right inner thigh back, the left outer thigh back also. And then come on down, change legs, right leg forward. And then left hand at the center of the chair, right hand on the hip. Remember, you can go deeper by pushing the chair away, stepping away from the chair, taking your hand further forward. It's up to you. Pull the right outer hip back, ground down into the left outer heel, and then turn the chest. Reach up. If you feel the right shoulder stacked over the left shoulder, then you can take the arm up. Otherwise, keep the hand on the hip. And spread the chest from left to right. And then come back. And go back to downward dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now, step forward, step the legs wide, like this. You can use a mat if you want. Now grip the knees, and then come forward into Prasarita Padottanasana. Come to your elbows, Prasarita Padottanasana. If it's painful to have your feet so wide, you can step your feet a little bit closer together. But in any case, have your toes pointing forward, your knees pointing forward. Forward is always the direction of your head, the direction of your nose. So if you look straight ahead, that's forward, and that's where your toes should be pointing. Grip the quadriceps, grip the knees, inner thighs back. You could bring your head down and rest your forehead. If you need to build up the height of the blanket or bolster, please do so. See that the hips are over the heels. So use the chair to support your trunk, but the hips have to be stacked over the heels, purpose so that your legs are perpendicular from the floor. Inhale, bring your trunk up. Heel toe in. Now you can take an Uttanasana here. Feet hip width or a little bit wider, a little bit narrow. I'll leave it up to you depending on your hips and hamstrings. Now, if you can't easily bring your elbows to the chair, you could put blocks or blankets or a bolster on the chair. And then release your head. Wherever you are, release your head. So I'll just show how it would be done with a bolster. Uttanasana. Stack the hips over the heels. Good. Inhale, come on up. Now, if you're able to go to the floor, let's see. So I'll give you two choices here, all right? Have a mat at the base of the chair. And if you've had your fill and you just need to rest, then here, chair shavasana. If you would like to do a little bit of an inversion, look how I'm holding on to the feet of the chair, and then my feet come to the edge of the seat, and then I lift up onto my shoulders, and lift way up onto the tops of my shoulders as I lift the hips more and more and more, opening up the front of the hips. Okay, you can do that a few times. So that's kind of a Chatushpadasana on the chair, or you could just take Shavasana. All right? So those of you who are doing Chatushpadasana, lie down, hold the feet of the chair, and then bring your feet to the edge. Inhale, exhale, lift way up. You can rock from side to side to get the shoulders rolled under. Lift the buttocks higher and higher. Lift the backs of the thighs, center of the buttocks. Come down. And do that 2 more times on your own. Or just rest. Marlies, how's that feel on your shoulder? No pain? Okay. Now, bring your outer knees up, Elissa, and draw from the inner thighs down to the groins, outer hips forward, and middle buttock up. Pull the spine from back to front. Okay, finish your final round. And then when you're done, just rest your legs on the chair, palms up toward the ceiling. And rest for a moment. Okay? So that's 30 minutes, and so we had kind of a whirlwind. And so you could stay and rest for a few minutes longer if you want. But meanwhile, I will close out the room and let you enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy your Shavasana. Good to see you all. Thank you for recording, Marlies. Take good care, everybody.